about the crazy things we used to do for the fame, for the power, for the fortune. Ducked prison, ducked death, unfortunate. It was all a dream. Now I wake up and live it, thinking that the sky was the limit. Till I figured out the footprints.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. This Cavaliers group has been getting things done. This is their third meeting of the season with this team. They've won every game thus far and can seal their edge with a win here. And some of the best guards in the league facing off tonight, different skill sets, different styles. Kenny, if you had to build a guard from scratch, what are some of the characteristics you'd look for?
Oh, no question. I'd take the shooting touch of Steph Curry. I'd take the
he makes it look
Stefford. I'd take the toughness of Russell Westbrook. I'd take the basketball savvy of Chris Paul. And I'd throw
You take the defense of...
I'll take the defense of Tony Allen and throw it all together. You wouldn't put that together, Shaq? That's making you tired and sleepy? Wake up!
Is this boring you?
I would want toughness. You have to be able to switch on to certain players, the bigger players, and I would like the leadership.
And give me the size of Michael Carter Williams at the point.
The size of Michael Carter. How about the size of Magic Johnson?
No, that's a little bit too big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because later on in his career.
Huh?
Wake up, man.
What happened?
Leadership.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll take the ability not to go to sleep like Shaq.
Well, if you answer the question.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and add their win total.
And Kevin, they're already playing really good basketball, great basketball, actually. And it's simply a matter of them continuing to do that and not playing down to their opponents. And I think they'll do well.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. So close to the end of the year now, some teams are locked for the playoffs, others have dropped out completely. But for those bubble teams, Brent, talk about the emotions they're dealing with right now.
Well, it's always interesting how it is that organizations see their opportunity as possibly making the playoffs and thinking about whether or not they're going to continue with what they started, and that is developing young players, finding their way into the 6th, 7th, or 8th seed, if that's something good enough. They want to do something with their roster. So playoffs or bust is not always what a team is looking to do when they begin the season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. Lure and Drummond together down low. And it's McDermott in at the small forward position. And here's Jackson following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. And that one is off. Detroit on D. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Well, unfortunate's a good word, Greg, but on the other hand, you have to make an adjustment. Not every game is going to be called the same way, so adjust to the whistle.
Here's Bradley following the basket by LeBron James.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there. Bradley
can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Thomas dishes to Rose. On the 3 off target. The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today, and stolen by Love. And it's Rose penetrating, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And the explosiveness of Rose, quick on the drive. That's why you see him getting fouled there.
It's his first trip to the line. And Rose drops them both.
And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Jackson. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Heat in Miami.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
4 on the clock. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. No good on the 3. And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet, Greg, to produce big results.
I think it's because they've just always been 1 or 2 pieces short of making that next jump. I think the conference has gotten stronger, and while their best players are really good, I don't think they're quite at that elite level yet to allow this group to take that next step. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
LeBron kicks to Rose. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Drummond a screen. There's the pick. Left side Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. LeBron outside. Thompson, a screen on Lure. Outside Thomas, to the wing on the left. Rose passes to James. And James throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Well, LeBron James recently cemented his legacy by bringing that coveted title to Cleveland. He knew it would be this crowning achievement for him, especially growing up just outside the city in Akron, but bigger than his rings in Miami because of what he's meant to that city and now to that franchise.
Now here's Jackson, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Lure. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And the Cavaliers with possession. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. The shot's good from LeBron.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Thomas against Jackson. He dishes it to Drummond. Pass to Bradley. High, arcing shot. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
James dishes to Love. From deep, Thomas. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Pistons trail by 16. There's a good screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. There's the dish to Bradley. The shot's good. Bradley's got his second basket.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
The screen from Thompson. Back to Rose for three. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Now here's McDermott, covered by LeBron. And here is Lure. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Jackson. Off target with his three. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Nuggets.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
James. Clock is at 3. Rose can't hit. Pistons trail by 14. Jackson kicks to Bradley. Back to Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Jackson passes to Drummond. And stolen by Thomas. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Rose dishes to Thomas. Rose kicks to Love. Puts it up from 15. Rebounded by the Pistons. Outside Jackson. Back to Bradley. Over in the corner. Lure. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Drummond with a screen on Rose. Over in the corner. Lure drills it from outside. Lure's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
So often nowadays in transition, Brent, we'll see a guy get to the rim, then kick it out to someone standing at the three-point line. What's your feeling on that?
Kevin, who's at the three-point line?
Well, let's say Brent Barry's out.
I'm more than okay with that. You know, some of the guys, Kevin, in the new age are running to the three-point line, and as the ball gets to the rim, yeah, the modern-day fast break is not your classic 3-on-2, and we're going to take the wings coming in, and we're going to feed one guy for a layup. That first available wide-open three-point shot, whether 2 seconds into the possession or 12, is something coaches are willing to live with.
The problem is, though, sometimes that big wants to run and does run, but you don't reward him, and then maybe they don't run the next time down.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have a big guy working that hard. Problem is, in today's game, some of those big guys are also running to that three-point line.
You're exactly right. Here's Jackson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Bradley with the ball. Holmes on him. That one, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
Now here's Thomas. 23 points for him the last game against Denver.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
McDermott buries it down low. McDermott's got his first basket of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Smith outside. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Jackson kicks to Bradley. Marjanovic, a screen on Wade. Bradley drives in. Poked away. Holmes with the steal. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Here's Smith. The shot comes out. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Bradley kicks to Jackson. Rejected by Crowder. Bradley against Wade. Holmes kicks to Wade. Smith outside. Outside for Thomas. A three-pointer, no good. Pistons trail by 14. Jackson with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Marjanovic. The Pistons rebound. Harris kicks to Jackson. Harris against Crowder. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Jackson passes to Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. And that one goes long. Cleveland leading by 14. Smith dishes to Wade. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Thomas against Jackson. Outside Thomas. Crowder from outside. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Pistons trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Detroit, no good that time either. The 11-footer, rebounded by McDermott. Detroit's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Offensive rebound, and the shot goes down.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Jackson against Thomas. Poke loose. Harris against Crowder, and it's Harris off the drive. Good D by Thomas. The Cavaliers leading by 15. In the corner, Crowder with it. Thomas against Jackson. Wade outside. Crowder, the pass to Holmes. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Here's Harris. No good off the front iron. The Cavaliers shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Cavaliers.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Smith checked in for Doug McDermott. Johnson comes in for Bradley. And it's Udrich in for Jackson. Now here's Marjanovic. His last outing, he had 8 points. Holmes kicks to Smith. Back to Holmes. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. It's Thomas outside. Detroit with the rebound. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Harris. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Thomas kicks to Crowder. The pass to Smith. Over Harris. Smith gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. Smith's got 5 points so far.
J.R. Smith has a quick release and can shoot it from deep, but that time a nice job off the pass.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Smith, no luck.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
It is brutal to try and match up on the perimeter with a team that is this hot.
And so it's Cleveland controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Back right after this. I had a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
They've got him on Shumpert. Smith is out there with Green. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Holmes in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Pass to Wade. Holmes, that's a screen. Takes a shot at the elbow. They kick it out to Green. Tries again, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season.
Shooting for Cleveland.
The Cavaliers, number 1. In 4th, the Pistons.
And you know, anytime you get these two teams together, it's going to be physical. Both of them really go after it on the backboard.
Ain't no doubt about it, some of the tremendous scorers at the 2-guard spot, but Brent, who are some of the best all-around shooting guards in the NBA right now?
I think Klay Thompson sets the standard for what it is that you want in a two-way player, both defensively stepping up to the challenge and shutting down elite scorers, and then his incredible shooting ability. But there's a guy in Portland who's not far behind him, don't you think, Kevin, in that C.J. McCollum?
Yeah, McCollum is a rising player in that regard. I love the guys with the all-around game, and they're hard to find because it takes some sacrifice to play both ends hard. Here's Smith. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Johnson down low. Holmes on him. 6 to shoot. Charity stripe shot, and Detroit again with the bucket. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Holmes, that's a screen. Off the pick. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Udrih. Wade is covering. They set the pick. Udrih dishes to Harris. Johnson in the corner. Clock at 4. That's tipped.
Well, it helps to have a guard who can block some shots. Shumpert, a dependable defender who at times can get up to throw things away.
Now here's Wade. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the feed to Johnson. On the wing, Harris. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. Plays it up off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Green. Passes it to Holmes. He can't hit that time. Pistons trail by 16. Udrih, the pass to Harris. That's tipped. Smith for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Here's Johnson. That shot missing. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. And that's the first of 6 played on the road. From deep, Green. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role player, they sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy. Whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin. And how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic of the rest of the team surrounding that player to create a great positive environment around your star.
Now Udrih. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Johnson kicks to Drummond. He feeds it to Udrih. Here's Lure. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
Love is awesome at reading the defense. When they're not up on him, he's going to let it rip.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Lure. His last outing, he had 8 points. Feeds to Harris. Drummond sets the screen for Harris. Lets it go from 14, and it goes down 2 points. Harris has got 4 this quarter. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
Now Johnson, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Lure the screen. Here's Udrih. Knocks down the step-back J. Udrih has got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Outside Rose. Back to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down.
Now LeBron on the roll. This time rocks it.
Here's Udrih. Dishes to Harris. Over James. That one off the back iron and out.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Johnson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Thompson kicks to Shumpert. LeBron James on the wing. A 26-point game for him in the win against Denver. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Okay, you could try to get LeBron away from the basket, but when he's close to the basket, that's what happens.
Drummond the screen. Here's Udrih. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down. And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Lure. The Cavaliers pull it in. 22 is their biggest lead. Kicks it to LeBron. He dishes it to Shumpert. Back to LeBron. And here's Love from the arc. Udrich grabs the board. Pistons trail by 18. Lure the pass to Udrich. Drummond with a screen on Thompson. Here's Lure. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Over in the corner, Rose. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And 11 points for Derrick Rose.
Now LeBron with the whip pass there, good at surveying the court and spotting the open teammate.
Harris a screen on James. Udrich dishes to Drummond. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, James, guarded by Harris. And the wide open shot from Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Udrich. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Jay Crowder's checked in for Cleveland. Carter comes in for Shumpert. Then for the Pistons, Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Harris. Avery Bradley comes in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Udrich. Bradley with the ball, picked up by Love. Bradley can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 21. James left side. Outside Crowder. Love kicks to Carter. Pass to Rose. LeBron dishes to Crowder. Crowder sets a screen for Rose. Fires the 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Over in the corner. Lure cans it from downtown. Lure's got 6. The Cavaliers shooting around 40% from the floor here. LeBron passes to Love. Back to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Good on the shot. 8 points for Kevin Love.
That's a dependable mid-range shot and one Kevin Love is fully capable of knocking down.
Bradley kicks to Jackson. Drummond a screen. Drummond, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Rose kicks to Crowder. Back to Rose. Ron right side. And they double up James. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. No good with the wing jumper.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
On the wing, Jackson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T-Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
The Cavaliers leading by 18. Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. And it's McDermott in at the 3, the small forward. Pistons shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Lure the screen. Jackson kicks to Bradley. Over Love. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, most analytics will tell you that the mid-range jumper is not an efficient shot, but you see how effective with guys like that it can be.
Kept alive. Here's Thomas. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 7 points for Isaiah Thomas.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Now here's Jackson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And Lure gets it to go. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at number 1, and still after one season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
And here's Bradley. After Isaiah Thomas made that last 3-pointer. Bradley kicks to Lure. Back to Bradley. And here's McDermott. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. James right side. And here's Love for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
Jackson kicks to Bradley. Drummond with his screen on Rose. Jackson against Thomas. Trying his luck deep. And another 3 for Detroit.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Bradley kicks to Lure. They set the pick. Back to Bradley. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by Thomas. Another 3 for Detroit.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Outside Rose. The screen from Thompson. There's the dish to Love. Rose passes to Thomas. Back to Rose. Shoots over Bradley. Rose can't get that one to fall. Jackson against Thomas. Outside Bradley. Lure the screen. Goes up the baseline. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Rose kicks to LeBron. Love outside. No good on the triple. Detroit's gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. McDermott dishes to Jackson. McDermott passes to Jackson. He kicks it to Drummond. Over LeBron. And there's another one for the Pistons.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Thompson. Green comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Derrick Rose. Now, here's Wade. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And stolen by Drummond. Jackson against Thomas. Jackson with it. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Green. Now Thomas. 10 points for him. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Pistons trail by 18. They set the screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Bradley up top, guarded by Green. Bradley drives in. Great D that time from Green. Cleveland leading by 18. Smith outside, and it's Wade in the corner. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Wade's got his first 3 points of the game.
And we know Dwayne does not take many shots from the outside, but he really knows how to pick his spots.
Drummond sets the screen for Bradley. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you've played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brad?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
Now here is Harris. Jeff Green missing his last shot. With the putback. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Now here's Thomas. 10 points for him. Holmes sets a screen to the paint. Clock at 6. Wade outside. Over Johnson. Here's Holmes. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Holmes got his second bucket of the night.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Cleveland's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Thomas dishes to Smith. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trailed by 19. Here's Harris, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Jeff Green. Marjanovic checked in for the Pistons. The Pistons shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Now here's Thomas. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Drummond.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And Detroit has possession. It's a 16-point game. Johnson against Wade. Lock at 6. Johnson, the pass to Smith. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now, here's Thomas. 10 points for him. It's Crowder on the wing, covered by Smith. Holmes kicks to Crowder. Shot clock reset for Cleveland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Back to Thomas. Goes back up. Outside Crowder. For 3, Smith. Again, the miss by Smith.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
To the inside. It's stolen by Smith. Johnson outside. The pass to Marjanovic. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Udrich. Off the left rim and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Wade outside. Pass to Crowder. Smith for 3. Smith missing again.
Yeah, he can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. In 4th, the Pistons.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
That's good from Harris. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And Harris drops them both. Cleveland leading by 12. Here's Thomas. 10 points for him. With the floater. Rebound, Detroit. Harris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside Jackson. And here is Johnson. Shoots off the screen. Basket good. Johnson's got his second basket.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Carter's checked in. For Cleveland, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Here's Thomas. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Thomas got 7 now in this quarter.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. In the corner, Smith with it. Passes it to Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't connect from 14 feet out. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Right side Thomas over Jackson. Smith kicks to Thomas. And there's the feed to Crowder. A baseline J. And again it's Isaiah Thomas. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Nice job operating in the mid-range, using his size advantage to rise up and fire over the defender.
Holmes sets a screen. Thomas dishes to Smith. Thomas passes to Smith. Back to Thomas. Over Jackson. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Smith. Thomas got 16.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Marjanovic, a screen on Carter. And stolen by Thomas. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. J.R. Smith on the wing. No good with the triple.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
There's the screen. Marjanovic down low, guarded by Holmes. Marjanovic, no good.
Now, those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Smith dishes to Carter. Back to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. It's Thomas outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Three from the inbound. 3 seconds left, and it's Love laying it in. 13 points in the game.
Signs of relentless work right here from Kevin Love on the glass to grab that rebound.
Isaiah Thomas, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
We need to make solid plays, okay? Solid plays, aggressive plays, but solid plays, all right?
Wanting to keep up the energy here, Stan Van Gundy would also like to add a dose of greater efficiency.
You know, it's a delicate balance. To perform your best, you need to go 100%, but also be in control while doing it.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Derrick Rose is out there with Carter. And it's Love in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's LeBron. Love the pass to Rose. That's in there. Love with the assist. 16 points for Rose.
I like seeing Kevin Love focus on the distribution of the basketball at his size, 6'10". He can see over the smaller defender.
Now here's McDermott. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And the rejection by Love. Kicks it out to James. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And the wide open shot from Crowder misses the three.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Jackson against Rose. And the shot falls short this time. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Here's Carter. Now on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Now here's Marjanovic. Clock at 6. Outside for Jackson. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Jackson. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
Now Rose, after the missed three from Reggie Jackson. McDermott with it. Outside Jackson, pass to Marjanovic. Now McDermott. He feeds it to Drummond. looking to end the drought, and it's good on the way up. That gives him the double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. The screen from Thompson. James kicks to Rose. Here's Love. It's not going to go for him. And the Pistons now going the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Marjanovic kicks to Drummond. Over Thompson. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time. And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
Thomas checked in for Cleveland. And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Thomas kicks to Love. Thompson, a screen on Jackson. Thomas dishes to Love. And another miss by Cleveland.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Now here's Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Thompson. Bradley can't get it to go.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Love with the screen for Rose. And Thomas has it in the corner. And another miss by Cleveland. Pistons trail by 17. In the corner, Bradley with it. Feeds it to Jackson. Dishes it to McDermott. From deep. Here's Drummond. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Now here's Love. LeBron outside. The 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Pistons trail by 15. Now here's Jackson. Here's Lure. Kicks to Drummond. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. The drive by James. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 3 assists in the game. Thomas against Jackson. Drummond a screen. Bradley passes to Drummond. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Cleveland leading by 17. Rose kicks to Thomas. Detroit with the rebound. Outside Jackson. Inside Drummond. Second chance shot, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backcourt. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession, almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Well, we saw this same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
Thomas kicks to LeBron, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Pistons trail by 14. It's Bradley on the wing. Inside, Drummond. Good D by Love.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Bradley drives in, and Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
The kick out to Rose. No good on the three. Here's Bradley, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Cleveland leading by 12. LeBron kicks to Rose. Cleveland moving it around. The dish now to Love. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. The pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Sacrificing his body, Tristan Thompson out there setting some solid screens.
Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. McDermott kicks to Drummond. Over Thomas. Second chance shot, and there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
You saw by that putback there, he's just completely locked in. They're getting full contributions from him right now.
Now here's Love. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Tobias Harris is checked in for Doug McDermott.
Tobias Harris.
Pistons trail by 12. Bradley dishes to Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Jackson kicks to Harris. Lure against Love. 6 to shoot. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. The shot misses. Cavaliers go the other way with it. 22 is their biggest lead. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. The three-pointer off the mark. The Pistons shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
James, look at that jam.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. There's Rose with the three. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Rose has got 19 points.
And that's a shot Rose must make consistently. When he's making it rain from there, this team is hard to match up with.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And so it's Detroit with the ball, trailing by 17. Jackson passes to Bradley. He dishes it to Drummond. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
LeBron against Harris. The drive by James from deep rows. It's Drummond with the rebound. Pistons trail by 17, and the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And here's Bradley. Drummond a screen. Here's Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And the first one at the line is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Jackson hits both of them.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Thomas kicks to Love. Pass to Thompson. Back to Love. Passes it to Thomas. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jackson. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Detroit with the ball. 17-point game. To the middle. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The feed to Rose. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And Love is looking to get to the line. He's a great free throw shooter, so the defense has got to avoid fouling the big man.
Both free throws good from Love. 1:41 left in the game. Bradley kicks to Drummond. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer, and it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're up by 17. 1:29 left in the fourth, and it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a different look here for the Pistons. Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Smith comes in for John Lewis. Johnson, he's checked in for Bradley. And it's Udrich in for Jackson.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Cavaliers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4-0.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for LeBron.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
So it's the Pistons now. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Smith with a screen on Crowder. And it's Harris off the drive. Stolen by Carter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Shooting for Cleveland, Jeff Green.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Green. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Smith with a screen on Green. Shumpert against Smith.
Cavaliers foul called.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Oh my gosh, I just got it.
Both free throws good from Smith. Shumpert with it. Carter dishes to Shumpert. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Well, Dwayne, you won the game, but you lost the rebounding battle. How did you overcome that?
I don't know. You know, we have a knack for finding a way to win, and we've always had that here. You know, we got to do a better job. You know, we can't get out-rebounded like that and expect to win, so we got to figure it out.
Sure you'll be working on it. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.